Hey Techno Bros viewers, this is Adam from the Techno Bros, and today I'm going to be doing something a little different. As you all know, Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U and 3DS has been out for a little while now, and basically I just wanted to go ahead and share my opinions, being that we have Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, and I've been able to play it for about a week now. I thought I could just go ahead and share my opinions on each individual character, basically describing, you know, their strengths, their weaknesses, and just my overall opinions on each character. Yeah, I think I have a pretty good view on what the Super Smash Bros. Series is actually all about, and I thought my opinions would actually be pretty valid. So without further ado, let me go ahead and get started with Mr. Video Game himself, Mario. Alright guys, so basically Mario, he's considered basically just a well-balanced character in the game. He's one of those type of characters that I would recommend to someone who is just starting into the Smash Bros. Series. He has like a basic variety of both powerful and light attacks. He can easily rack up damage, at the same time he can charge up attacks. However, he is somewhat on the light side, which is somewhat of a downfall, but that's kind of expectable because he can't be powerful and just strong at the same time without sacrificing your speed. But anyway, going on to his basic melee attacks. His first basic melee attack is basically the jab. So he'll just throw a quick punch. But if you connect it with a character and you continue to press the melee attack, he'll do like a jab punch combo kick, and that will just give you about 8% damage. Going into his up, he'll do like somewhat like a swirling uppercut type thing. It's kind of hard to explain without basically showing you. In my opinion, it's not necessarily the most effective attack unless you're dealing with people with high damage, because they'll go up higher, which can lead to combos. His down melee attack is basically like a quick side slide kick, you know, somewhat knock you down. I'm not sure if it makes the other opponent trip or not. Going into the special, his basic special is just throwing out fireball. You know, they're not the quickest thing, they're pretty easy to dodge, but when they connect, they do pretty small amount of damage. It's pretty basic for a Mario. When you think of Mario, his basic power-up is the fire flower. So that's a pretty good characteristics for Mario in Super Smash Bros. His down special is Flood from Super Mario Sunshine. If you're not familiar with Super Mario Sunshine, basically Mario used this water pump named Flood to help maneuver and basically platform throughout the game. So bringing him in, you can charge this attack up as well. So if you hold down your down and special at the same time, he'll charge up the water and then he'll blast opponents away. From my experience, this attack does absolutely no damage. I think it's only effective if you're dealing with people who are off the edge and trying to get back onto the platform. But you know, it's one of those attacks that I rarely use. His side special is he pulls out like a cape. So he'll sling it out, and if you time this correctly, he can actually reverse specific projectiles. So if you throw, let's say, a capsule at him, he can reverse it and then it'll hit the ground without hitting him. But that takes precise timing, which is hard to pull off. And his up special, or in other words, the recovery, is basically like a block uppercut. So when you think of Mario, he jumps into blocks. He'll break them. He'll get coins. He gets power-ups, things of that nature. If you hit someone with this special attack, coins will pop up out of the air, which basically reminisce him hitting the blocks and basically just bringing out coins. Going into his running attacks, he basically only has one running attack, and that's his slide. Like somewhat like a baseball slide. If you run into home plate, it'll slide into home plate. It's kind of like that. It gets opponents into the air, but you have to be careful with this because he has like a slow recovery when getting back up from this attack. So if you're going to use this, be sure to roll out of the way after using it. And his air attacks, his basic air attack is basically like, in my opinion, a karate kick. He just kicks you in the face, in my opinion. Side air, he does like a falling punch. So he'll kind of throw all of his momentum at the opponent, which will cause him to do a flip in the air. But if you connect this punch, especially over bottomless pits, this is a devastating attack. But you have to be careful, because if you throw this punch and you're going the wrong way off a cliff, that could lead to a death. Going into his down air, he does like swirling fist. This actually goes into Luigi. His like swirling fist, Luigi's down special is the swirling fist, but this is a more weaker version, which makes more sense because he has Flood has his down special, so him and have the swirling fist as his down air makes a lot of sense. His up air is basically like a backflip kick. So if you get an opponent in the air from doing like a basic melee up attack and they have a pretty high damage, they'll go up in the air and then follow up with an up backflip kick. They're more than likely going to fly off the stage. And his final smash, I don't know what it's actually called. I have to look it up into the Smash Bros. Game. But I like to call it Fire Fury. This is actually one of the weaker final smashes in the game. He'll basically have two waves of fire swirling around each other, and then get bigger as they get further and further down the stage. To make this attack most effective, you want to get somewhat far away but in the middle of the map at the same time. You have to be careful with this attack because it's easy to dodge at the same time. So like I said, just try to stay in the middle of the map without going too far away because it gets weaker and it's easy to dodge. It's pretty nice looking Final Smash, especially when you look at Mario's face when he does it. It's pretty hilarious. Going into his taunts. His basic taunt is basically him growing bigger as if he got a mushroom, basically reminiscent to Super Mario Bros. Get a mushroom, get bigger, and take an extra hit. His side taunt is basically him pulling off his hat. And this kind of reminds me of Super Mario 64. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. When you beat the game, you basically have to go into Princess Peach's castle with her, like when she comes out of the painting, and then you basically take her hat off and you take a knee. It kind of reminds me of that. That's what that reminds me of. His down taunt is basically him kind of like doing this weird thing. Most people won't recognize what this is, but he basically like spins in the air, and this is his dying animation from Donkey Kong. If you look back at that, if you fall from too high or you get hit by a barrel, he'll do this spinning thing, and that's basically what this is from, if you didn't already know that. So yeah, that's Mario. In my opinion, he's a well-balanced character. I would recommend him to someone who's just getting into the game. He's basically just overall good character. If you're in a sticky situation, you pick him. And so yeah, that's my opinions on Mario. If you like this episode, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for tuning into this episode. I plan on making this a series, and next time when you see me, I will be taking on Luigi. Alright guys, see you later.